Hello there, guys and gals. How many of you thought that like you were just going to get in there and jump in and put it in gear and it was going to go, and then go to reverse and it was going to go, and you were wrong? Oh yeah, there it is, this guy. So if you're smarter than I, you've done something called your due diligence. I did not. And if you're smarter than I, you didn't just, rip the console back out that you put in last night and with the shifter on it and everything and say, dude, it's done, like I did. And furthermore, you wouldn't be doing it again today, wiring it up to get it to work like I am doing right now. Now, this is another lessons kind of learned kind of deal. That car, as far as I know, does not have one. I didn't hook one up to it. I never switched that harness either. I know, right? It can, you can sneeze and put it in reverse. There's a couple different ways you can do this reverse lockout solenoid. You can, now let me just show you where it is for the old gigs. It's that meaty pirate right here, right on top. And it's got this kind of plug-in. Now there's a couple different things you can do. I think it takes like 1 or 2 10mm bolts. Has an O-ring on it. And you can take that part off. And whenever you take it off, you'll see a spring on the end of it. That's, and a little bevel thing that keeps this shifter from going, whoops, okay? So somehow, yep, they're just, you can take that spring completely out. FYI, there's another little spring behind it. That's one way to eliminate this without any electrical what have yous, right? You can do that. However, I have read 8 different things that says people have trashed their T56 by hitting 5th instead of reverse. Now, 5th instead of reverse. Now, I am simulating reverse because I can't get into reverse, just so you know. I'm just saying 5th and reverse is in the same proximity. Now, you do kind of push over a little more and all that for reverse, but I can't even get it in reverse. They said you can get it in there if you just muscle the crap out of it. I don't think that's ever a good thing. If you're forcing it to get in gear, you're not doing something right. It should never be forced in gear. You don't have to force things in gear. Fix it, okay? There's a company called CAGS, C-A-G-S. They make what they call a reverse solenoid delete kit. It takes the place of this. It screws right in the hole and everything. You put it in there and it has like a little plunger to stop you from going all the way over so far without a little resistance, okay? Or with resistance. That way, so you know, oh, wait a minute, I had to put a little bit of oomph into it. They make another thing, Summit, probably eBay, Amazon, Jags. They make a reverse solenoid setup. I don't know really what they call it. Lockout setup you can put underneath your console here, and you hook it to like 4 different wires, your speed sensor and something else and something else. Anyway, what it does is it senses whenever your car gets below 10 miles an hour, and then it will engage this, allowing you to go to reverse. Because they figure if you're shifting to 5th gear and you miss it at like 10 miles an hour, what are you doing in 5th gear? Rightly so. So you can do it that way. That's probably the best way to do it. If you're going from an automatic to a standard, I'm guessing, because this car is still powered by the automatic PCM. Yep, I'm not switching it. I refuse to change. I can't do it now. I can. I'm just not going to, because it's a 98. It's been programmed by Frost Tuning This car runs amazing. And it's a 98. As amazing as it runs, the computer is the flaw in this car, period. Because something about it don't report to VATS or to the tuning company and all this stuff. So I have bricked this computer. I am not going to brick it again. Not gonna do it. So anyway, guys, we are going to continue the course, and we are going to wire this in to the brake light switch. You do not want constant power to this. Why? I heard somebody say it. Why? Good question. Because if you have constant power to it, that solenoid is all the way in. You might as well not have it in there, okay? You can hit reverse if you have it wired up with 12 volts constantly. You're eliminating the solenoid. However, if you tap the brake, it powers up this, click, pulls it in. You can go to reverse. And the reason why I feel good doing this is because how many times do you hit your brakes and go down to 5th gear? I hope none. I really hope none. If you hit your brakes, I mean, that is the characteristic flaw. This is just ways I'm doing it wired into the brake light switch down there in the column. That's why this is all down. And that's the reason why I'm doing it that way. And this is almost a free way to do it, because these were like 18 bucks for all 3 of those plugs. And now I only need wire and wire connectors. That's it. That's all I need. And to like plug it in there, run it through, bada boom, bada bang, to bang, we're done after this. It is DUN done. So let's get cracking and get this thing done so we can drive it tomorrow. I am just champing at the bit to get this sucker done. So all I'm going to do, I'm only going to run 1 wire there. I'm going to use this green one. I'm going to connect a red wire to it because that's what O'Reilly said. That's going to be my power. This ground, I am going to ground like probably up in here-ish, you know, just to the body. It'll ground and it'll be great. So let's get to it and let's get reverse back. Does that sound good? All right, let's get it. Guys and gals, this went extremely smooth. I hope it goes as smooth for you guys as it did for me. I'll show you what wire I tapped into. See that bluish, greenish type feller, right? Where is it? Right. Is that it? There's my line. Ow. Right there. See it? Right there-ish. That runs to your brake light switch. Now, it could be different on your application. I'm not sure. You want the one that gets power when the pedal is depressed. You don't want the one that has constant power. Now, for just gigs, I'm going to be a good sport. We shouldn't be able to get in reverse so easily. You'll hear a solenoid click. Listen. Hear it? 1, 2. Hear it? Solenoid clicked, didn't it? Did you hear it? So we should be in reverse. That, my friends, is wiring those in. We feel more gooder about it. We did another one, didn't we? Whew. I don't think. That shouldn't be reversed because it would not let me go. Okay. It wouldn't let me go at all in reverse. So now we just simply listen. It clicks. The solenoid opens. And we should be in reverse. We are in reverse. Success, baby. Now, the other wire to that solenoid, we did exactly like we said. We were just running to ground. So we did. That's enough. Right there, we ran a little eyelet, cleaned off a piece of metal, and we sent it straight to the ground. Now, for those that's wondering what the orange and brown and white, whatever 2 wires you have left out of this pigtail, everything I'm seeing, it says it releases the trunk. I don't know. If you guys know, give me a shout, because I really have not the slightest clue. But now that we are officially done, we have reverse lights, we have the brake light switch, we have the clutch safety switch thing done. We have the 6-speed in. We're gonna put the console in. You guys tore it out, probably know how to put it back in. If you don't want your seat belts going back in, just saying, they kind of like to tuck up under it, and you'll wonder if an automatic and a standard have different consoles. But anyway, that's neither here or there. That could be a rumor, I don't know. But that wraps up the final 6-speed type swappage. Okay? Make sure you do your switch the correct way. Don't half cheek it, guys. Do yourself a favor. Do it the right way, okay? You will thank yourself. Your transmission will thank you. And so will your wallet. Because if you exploit a T56, you're looking at $3 grand, hopefully, for a used one that's good. That's a lot of dice. Anyway, guys and gals, that's the end of this one. Hopes it helps you. And we'll see you guys next time here on Right Turn Garage TV. Thanks for watching. You all have a great weekend. Breaking news sent in just now. The last 2 wires that looks like orange and black, those 2 fellas there right there in the end. Remember how I said I think they're for the trunk? They are. And if you don't hook them up, guess what? You can't open your trunk. So, might want to wire those 2 together. Just saying. That way, so whenever you hit your magical trunk button, it pops open. Now, we're going to do the short nitty gritty real quick, just a refresher. Tell your friends. So, if we're looking at this and it says E and F at the top, aka purple, white tracer, and dark green, neutral safety switch. Gonna need that. Now, light green and dark brown, reverse lights. Gonna need those. And this one still just bewilders the poopy out of me, because I don't get it. This one, the completes the power trunk circuit in the shifter. I am beside myself on that one. I don't know. But that's what's happening. I just don't want you guys to have to take out and in your center console like 3,700 times. That may have happened, but look, now it's complete. Now we just have a messy car because we apparently throw a lot of stuff in the console, so that's gooder. So we're back in the mullet machine out. We'll put the top up on this since it's raining outside, you know. Lovely weather out. So anyway, now we can drive the old Banditas for the rest of summer. And more YouTube gold coming at you guys. So I just thought that would be pretty important to throw out there. All right, let's see what I say next on this next scene now. I bet you I don't hook up that orange and black with a white tracer wire. And then, yeah. But here we go.